Contractually obligated. What's up, guys? My name's Mark, and this is the first episode of our Blades in the Dark game. We did character creation in this particular episode, and we also streamed it live on Twitch. So, since this was the first time I streamed on Twitch, it of course got all kinds of screwed up because I don't know what I'm doing, apparently. So missed a little bit of the first part was cut off. So I'm just making this real quick to sort of catch you up on where we are, and then we'll cut over to the rest of the video where everything works perfectly after that. So you missed my deathless prose as I described the setting. I've already sort of gone over a bit of that in the GM Prep episode 0. So if you haven't watched that, you may want to go do that. Or if you're not interested in seeing the GM Prep and you're just going to get straight to the gaming, I'll summarize real quick here. Blades in the Dark is a game by John Harper, 1-7 design and published by Evil Hat. It is about scoundrels in a gang-infested city going around and committing crimes. A little bit about the setting. It takes place in the city of Duskwall or Duskwall, depending on how you want to say it. I will probably lean towards Duskwall because that sounds better. And the city itself is surrounded by a lightning barrier to keep out all the ghosts, because a long time ago something went horribly wrong in the world. The gates of death were thrown open or closed forever. Not quite sure. But anyone who dies comes back as a ghost 3 days later. Ghosts go crazy and try to eat and possess people. And so they figured out that they could use electricity to keep people out, or to create lightning fields, which ghosts are repelled by. So they built these big lightning fields, lightning towers around the city to keep the ghosts out. The way they power these is by taking big old Leviathan hunter ships out into the ocean, which is made of squid ink, and you can see stars in it. And they hunt Leviathans, which are giant demons. They harvest Leviathan blood. It's super dangerous work. And they come back to the city, and that Leviathan blood powers everything else in the city to keep people alive. As one of my players mentioned while I was describing that, it was like, so we're using demon blood to stop the ghosts. And I was like, yep, that's about it. So that's a little bit about the city. Now, the part you missed about character creation, Jim is playing an Akarosi dock worker. He is following the Cutter playbook, and he is a former union worker. Then we've got Danny, who is playing a Dagger Isles trader who washed up on shore after his ship was sunk, and he is playing a slide. Then we've got Shane, who is also playing an Akarosi. They're the natives of the city itself. And he is following the Hound playbook, and he is also a stray dog catcher, and used to work at the cannery or the eelery, just sort of depending on what we go with. So we pick up now right when they started spending their action points. So yeah, tune into that, or keep watching, and we'll transition over to that. That makes more sense.
Actually, I'm going to make my dot in consort for heritage, and then for my background, I'll put Prowl.
Okay.
Because consort is, is making connections. Needs what?
A pet duck.
What?
Okay.
I don't know.
Really?
I don't know why, but ducks are cool. Why not a duck?
It's following me around, my friend.
Your very own seal.
It swims the starry oceans.
Danny, what?
I am going with survey.
Awesome.
to scope out a situation or a location.
Yep. Okay. And then you get 2 more dots anywhere you want. But remember, well, you don't remember, but the max rating is 2.
All right, so that one's maxed out already then. Okay. So in that case, like a rank of 1 is actually not bad. If your
Right.
max is 2.
Right.
So 2 more?
2 more dots.
So I noticed there's this black line that separates the 4 dots.
Yes.
Yeah, right after the
Oh.
first dot.
How is that significant?
Oh, it's so significant. So you see insight, prowess, and resolve.
Mm-hmm.
Those are your resistance attributes. You'll roll those to resist damage or effects, bad effects. And they are equal
Okay.
to however many dots you have in that first column.
Really?
Okay.
Yes.
You all right?
Wait, say that again.
So the attributes, insight, prowess, and resolve,
Uh-huh.
they are equal to however many dots you have in the first column.
Oh, okay.
So the highest you could have would be a 4.
Right.
Okay.
But that's also how high your actions can be. So,
Right. Okay. I got you.
but yeah, if you put 1 dot in something, then it will also add to insight. But if you put 2 dots in something, you're only really getting that first dot in.
I don't
Okay.
really understand the system yet, so who knows
Can
which
I
one's
ask
better?
a question about?
Sure.
So, I took Rack of 2, and I put a dot in Hunt.
Okay.
If I started with the Skirmish of 2, there was no way for me to put another dot in Skirmish anyway, right?
Right.
Yeah, not to start with.
Okay, I was just curious.
Okay, so you used to have 7 dots total?
No. Yeah, total. With the 3 that
Yep.
your
Okay.
playbook started with.
Okay.
Got it.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Everybody good?
I
Yup.
think so.
All right.
I'm still picking my last one, but we can go ahead.
Choose a special ability. Those are your.
And that's on the left-hand side.
Yeah, that's
How many of
all
those are we going to get?
Well, you start with 1, and that's it. But
Okay.
you can, of course, get more later. The first one is usually a good choice.
The first one's a wacky choice.
Your first one is screwed up, Shane. I'm actually looking at your character sheet, and that is not right.
I was like, that seems weird.
Yeah, that's totally weird. I don't know why I did that. And I'm not sure how to delete that. That's actually.
I'm just gonna ignore it.
Yeah, I would ignore that.
You can probably click that modify button.
I was just messing with that. It doesn't seem to be going away. But yeah, that's actually for another playbook entirely.
Okay.
That's
It
if
seems
you
like a weird thing for a sharpshooter to have.
Yeah, that is weird. No, that's actually for another playbook because that's another thing you can do. After you die, you don't necessarily have to stop playing your character because there are also ghost playbooks. There's a vampire playbook, and there's a hull playbook, which is like, a big animated suit of armor.
Okay.
I'm going to go with, I guess, the first one. Because I don't know what my special armor is, but it sounds like a cool ability. And since I've played this game before, I'm going to be simple.
It is pretty cool. So if you look at those armor uses boxes next to harm and healing.
Yep.
So if you're wearing armor, you can click an armor box and it will reduce the level of harm you take.
Okay.
And then every class has not class. I keep saying class. Playbook has a special armor. So basically yours just lets you be even tougher.
Check.
Ooh, you have a hunting pet.
All right, done. Battleborn.
Nice.
Your hunting pet is imbued with spirit energy.
You have a ghost pet? You have the ghost light, Shane?
Yeah.
He might.
If I choose that.
It's awesome.
Tough as nails sounds cool. Penalties from harm are 1 level less severe.
That's a good one.
Shane, Chris is asking that you move just a little bit over to your left. It's driving him crazy.
Do I want to?
Well, Crazy Chris is awfully amusing.
Gains potency when tracking, returns from supernatural. So you have to choose a pet? Or is it just kind of like an extra aspect on you?
Well, if you take that ability, you would take a pet.
Okay. I'm going to take Scout.
Okay.
Because that seems pretty good.
Sweet.
And not automaton. All right.
Danny, which special ability are you looking at?
I went with the Rook's Gambit just to keep things simple. Let's see. Take 2 stress to roll your best application rating while performing a different action.
Okay, yeah.
And my highest skill is sway, so I've got to talk the guy into stabbing himself.
Sure.
Look, life's
I'll
over
wreck
for
you
you.
before you-
Just make it quick.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's in your best interest.
You
Right.
can still fix this. Just kill yourself.
Mm-hmm. Look, I'm just gonna hold the sword. All you got to do is run at me.
Yeah, why don't you follow on this? Do us all a favor.
I'll give you a hug.
Who says violence never solves anything?
No one. No one in the city says that.
Yeah, I don't imagine.
All right, so next you get to choose a friend and a rival.
Arr.
So
Deadly
Where do we put
friends. It's on your right hand side, bottom
Yeah,
of
it's
your
on
sheet.
the right-hand side.
Well, not bottom, but
Under all the actions.
it says
I
deadly
assume
friends.
the down arrow makes them the rival and the up arrow makes them the friend.
That's right.
I'm assuming the Physiker bandages you up.
I mean, that's what it sounds like to me, but that's up to you.
Perhaps an old friend who's patched you up many times, or someone to whom you've sent too many victims.
Where are you reading that, Shane?
From the actual book.
Oh, okay.
So Steiner's an assassin, perhaps one of your competitors or a former partner from before you joined the crew. Cillian's a sentinel, a guardian, a protector. Who does she watch over? Already said Malvir. Valeris is a spy. Who does Valeris give their intelligence to? And Casta, a bounty hunter. Perhaps a mentor who trained you in the deadly arts, or vice versa.
How do you get that description?
You read the book, like I just said.
Oh, you read the book. Check. I was looking at my character sheet. Sorry.
Ba-ba-ba.
Actually, Shane, what page are you on?
Let me pull it back up. 65.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. Gotcha.
Yep.
I knew that was around here somewhere. I just couldn't find it.
Let's see. Let's be friends with the spy. That seems like a good idea.
So you're going to be friends with Valeris?
Yep. They give their intelligence to me.
Why would they give it to you? No, I'm like asking why would they? I mean, that's totally fine.
Oh,
I'm just curious.
No. We're old friends. So like he worked in the Eelary with me when we were kids. Both our families came from the Lost District. We've always kept in touch.
Okay.
And when we came into our respective occupations, we were able to help each other out.
All right. Danny, Jim, you've picked a friend?
Yeah, my friend is Harker. He is a jailbird, but he knows everybody.
Good.
Okay, so are they a friend who helped you when you were in prison, or were they an enemy who hurt you when you served your time?
He is a friend that went to prison. Right now he's in prison, but I still communicate with him.
Okay. So a little bit about the prison. It is Iron Hook Prison, and they are they run chain gangs that go out past the electroplasm or the electricity barrier out across the lightning field. So they lose a lot of prisoners doing that because they just
That
basically
sounds terrible.
Yeah, don't go to jail. You don't want to do that.
Okay.
My
Jail
friend is
is
Grace,
the
an
worst.
extortionist. She was my girl when we were in the Union. And
Okay.
we're still close. She's probably not my girl anymore, but we're still close.
All right. How about rivals?
Bazos Bass. He's the local gang leader, and he does not like me for some reason. I think when I washed ashore, I probably cost him a shipment of something or other, and he expects retribution.
Bazo Baz. Yep.
He expects
gonna go with-
recompense.
I'm gonna go with Sawtooth, the physiker. One day when we got into a union fight with the police when the nobles were breaking up the union, my brother got hurt, and not only did he turn my brother in, but my brother ended up dead. So I wrecked his shop. So we don't like each other anymore.
All right.
Seems like a
Sure.
good reason.
How about you, Shane?
I'm gonna go with Steiner, the assassin. MSA. What did you call the police?
The Bluecoats?
We had a job that botched. Like me and him were running together, and I hobbled him so he'd get caught by the Bluecoats, and I could get away.
Wow.
Damn.
Damn.
So is he still in prison or has he gotten out?
I'm gonna say he just got out.
Okay.
He's got loves for you, Shane.
Oh yeah, all kinds of love. I was hoping he'd die in prison, but no such luck.
All right.
You're going to get big hugs.
All the stabby hugs.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. All right. So there is one more very important step. You have to choose your vice.
Okay.
Now, I think, doesn't the character sheet
Eel
actually...
slime.
It doesn't list all the vices anymore.
It
Okay.
does not list them, no.
Yeah, it used to. All right. So let me find that in the book.
Didn't you just find these character sheets?
What?
You just said it used to list
Yeah,
all the vices.
It used to, yes.
What happened?
I don't know. I don't know why they changed it.
Well, I'm going to indulge the vice because I can click on that button and pops things up.
It does.
Does it?
How many bonus dice I want
Oh,
or lose.
Nice. Nice.
Let's do the old Control F.
My vice is barbecued eel.
Hmm.
So good.
It's less vomalicious than anything else we eat.
Exactly.
Where is the vice section? I don't see that.
It's
up
actually
at the top.
under heritage. Under heritage and background. It's vice.
Oh, okay, I got you.
What
For
page
Vader.
is it?
The very first. Well, as far into the book, I don't know.
Yeah, I actually haven't found it yet in the book, so...
Yeah, of course, there's no bookmarks. Okay. Do you choose an item?
It's not
As
an
well?
item, it's...
That's how much load you're going to carry. Okay.
Yeah, that's different. It's not an item, it's a activity. And why can I not find it? Come on.
No, I was just curious. Like, it has like hound items listed on the sheet. I was just wondering about the item part.
All right, here we go. Faith, gambling, luxury, obligation, pleasure, stupor, or weird.
What page?
This is on page 55 in the book.
Okay. I don't know why, but looking like reading through luxury, I just started hearing hedonism bot.
You know, you could totally do that. Sure.
Wow.
And
Bring me the
opera.
chocolate sauce about a woman. Absurd. Yeah.
Luxury.
Let's see.
Oh.
Decadent?
Yup.
Obligation or pleasure? Input, anyone?
What are you thinking? Like,
Right. That's kind of
Well, you
that's
know,
so
I was
broad
a
a
union
question.
member, and I didn't leave. They broke us up. So I definitely see my character as someone who has that obligation piece.
to take care of the union or the...
Oh, I'll take care of, family or whatever that is.
Okay.
Probably
Well,
the gang now.
gang doesn't work well just because of how Vice works in the
Okay.
rules. It's more of an activity you go elsewhere. I mean, it can involve the gang, but
Okay.
I'd be afraid you wouldn't get XP if you chose the gang.
From it?
Is really what I'm saying.
Okay.
What page did you say it was?
It's on 55.
Okay.
So if you
I'm
were
probably
like
gonna
a
go with
collector,
pleasure then.
Sorry, Shane. What'd you say?
I was just gonna say, if you were a collector of like certain like rare antiquities or whatever, would that be enough to?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that would work. That could be luxury, right?
Yeah, I
Unless
think I'm gonna go with
it's-
luxury.
Unless it's
Because that's art theater.
Yeah, it's more. I was thinking more items than like performances.
okay. So is there like a particular thing that you're after, like Ming Dynasty vases, or?
That's kind of along the lines of what I was thinking. Like maybe like water clocks from I don't know. I was trying to think of something like you don't see many of.
Water Clocks is pretty good.
I thought Water Clocks was good,
Yeah.
but
What are those weird Victorian piggy banks? You know, with all the weird metal arms and the things.
oh yeah, that'd be
Yeah.
good too. I don't know what those are called though.
I think they're just called penny banks, but I'm not
Are
sure.
they just penny banks? Okay.
Relazine thinks you should collect tiny dollhouse furniture, Shane.
tiny.
just the furniture.
You collect
Yeah,
Warhammer
I just-
figurines.
or make
I just
it.
like
You
I just like
make
the
tiny
furniture.
dollhouse furniture.
It's my hobby in my spare time.
I think you should
That would be
collect.
creepy.
I'm
You should
going
collect
pleasure.
Warhammer figurines.
I
There you
should.
go.
I scour the wasteland for Warhammer figurines.
Yep. I've almost got an orc army.
I like to go have a good row with the bars.
So you're going with pleasure, huh?
Yep.
And
Women
yours-
drink drugs.
All of it, or just one in particular?
Yeah, you got to go have a good row with the bars. Lose a few days.
All right.
Mhm.
You could go Stuper in that case.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
stupor
what I
might
did.
actually be, because that's you seek oblivion in the abuse of drugs, drink to excess.
I'm not necessarily thinking I'm seeking oblivion. I'm just saying you go have a good time with the crew.
Okay.
If you don't get blackout drunk, what's the point?
If I remember anything, something went wrong.
Exactly. Things
I'm
did not go
quite at the
according to
stupor
plan.
level. I'm just saying, women drink booze.
Okay.
Um,
Sweet.
and Danny,
Or I
what?
could go stupor and just be like,
I
whoever.
should write that down.
Drugs. Hard enough liquor to make you black out.
Luxury.
But I think I'm gonna go with pleasure. Life needs to be worth living
Tiny dollhouse furniture.
in this hellish wasteland of the apocalypse.
Danny, do you have a vice yet?
I went with Stupor because I'm playing a pirate and pirates get drunk on grog and stuff.
Is it just grog, or is it anything? Or is
Grog and stuff.
Grog is what I have the most access to, but basically, if you can, light it on fire, I'll probably drink it.
All right. All right. So there's one more step to vice, but we're overdue for a break. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll be back in
All right.
5 minutes.